Wolong Fallen Dynasty is to the Souls game what Deadpool is to the X-Men. Wolong makes other Souls-likes look like children's games, with its absolute brutality, animations that will have your jaws dropping, and deaths that will make you shudder. Let's dive in and see if it's the game for you. Welcome to Dave's Reviews, where we play random games in front of a live audience and then review them for your future reference. Help out the community and let us know what you think of Wolong in the comments below. If at the end of this review you decide to play Wolong, we ask only for a thumbs up.
Okay, it just turned into Dark Souls.
Wolong Fallen Dynasty is a Souls-like game set in early AD China. The land is overcome by chaos and destruction, and it will be your job to vanquish evil by fighting your way through hordes of enemies, challenging bosses, and some of the most brutal animation and cutscenes I have seen in recent video games. The game starts with a first-person view of a high-octane battle. There is fire everywhere, soldiers dying, and the cameraman is wielding a sword. A few quick dispatches and some excellent parrying is not enough, as the cameraman is charged from behind and stabbed with a pole arm. The camera collapses to the ground as a blind man rushes to help. And a few moments later, a Phoenix Down is used and you'll be brought to the character creator. The creator is preset with a bunch of badass templates allowing you to create a menacing warrior. The customizations are quite grounded, and not quite extensive as something like Black Desert Online, but there's still quite a number of options that will have you ready to embark on your quest in style.
Oh my gosh, there's a K-pop one!
Coming back into the world with a third-person camera, you now follow Daredevil for the tutorial. The basics will be covered over the next 20 minutes or so. You will need to quickly learn all the mechanics across about 5 groups of enemies. Basic stabbing, attack combos, attack abilities, dodging, magic abilities, and deflecting. It is a complex, fast-paced, and engaging combat system. But try not to get too distracted by the enemies up ahead, as there are plenty of lootables to find in the surrounding areas. You'll loot currency, recovery items, weapons, armor, and flavor items, and this seems like a good time to talk to you about how deeply complicated this game is. You have 5 disciplines of spells that each have individual trackings to unlock, and that affect your overall stats. Your weapons will give attack bonuses to those disciplines, whilst also having special attacks and differing effects themselves. You then have 4 pieces of armor to equip that likewise have defense bonuses to those 5 disciplines and individual effects. You could spend hours testing all the different combinations of weapons, armor, spells, just in the first couple of areas of the game. If you're not interested in spending the hours to test every combination, just cycle through the different weapons as they make the biggest difference to gameplay, and perhaps keep the wiki open for some light reading. After killing a few groups of enemies in true Souls fashion, you'll be able to light and rest at a fire, which restores your health potions, your current health, along with being your gateway to unlock new spells, and a nice touch, you can even customize the banner you mount at the rest spots. After this, I hope you are ready for a challenge because the first boss is not only relentless, but also has a second mutated phase, which looks straight out of Resident Evil. This boss really gives the player a skill gate to overcome before unlocking the rest of the game. Everything in the tutorial has been relatively slow and straightforward. The boss, however, you'll need to learn the differing attack patterns and what changes them up, what the perfect deflect points are, and when to dodge. A grueling exercise to put all of your new learned skills to the test, and once you've bested this foe and the cutscene starts, I will save you from having your hopes destroyed. As Wesker comes in for round 2. Wolong is my favorite Souls game by far. I'm not great at these games, and it kicked my butt. But I had an amazing time traversing the terrain and exploring the loadout possibilities. Looking at Steam reviews, it seems there are quite a number complaining about optimization. However, playing with my i7 6850K and a 1080 Ti, a 7-year-old system, I had no issues playing at medium to low half-half settings and getting 60 FPS at 1440p. I also recommend you check out the soundtrack on YouTube. It thematically fits very well and helps to hype up the battles you will face. It's also good for work and study. I wrote this review while I was listening to it. Wolong is available on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Game Pass with the prices on screen now. With my limited experience with Soul games, I give Wolong 8 out of 10. Amazing graphics, great combat, extensive customization, and that magic Japanese touch that makes grounded games just a little bit more spicy. We originally played this game over on Twitch and were able to gather immediate feedback from you, our community. If you'd like to participate in this conversation, come on over. There will be a link to the stream and the game in the description below. If this review helped answer your burning questions about Wolong, please like the video as it helps us out quite a bit. If you want to see our next review for Fist Forged in Shadow Torch, hit the subscribe button so you get notified when it's out.